What is good with y'all boys? Welcome back to the channel, where today we are finally going to be reacting to a clip that was sent in 4 months ago by that boy Mulatto Ronin. Shout out Mulatto Ronin, right? He sent in one of the first pieces of long form content that we got to react to. So today we in the lab with this shit, right? Normally we inside the whip, but today we in the lab with the gas station surveillance quality camera. So we're gonna go ahead and get to reacting to this big backery, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and play this shit.
Would you say that it should be against the law to discriminate against people based on their body size?
Unquestionably.
So why don't we see more fitness and wellness advocates asking for that?
I'm happy to ask for it.
Okay, is this how the clip starts? Like, we got Bubble Bass over here sitting down advocating for non-judgmental behavior towards big backs, right? First off, if you cut the calories down, there wouldn't be anything to be judgmental about, right? You're literally a different size than everybody else and you stick out like a sore thumb. So of course, you're going to get judged. This shit is not rocket science, but you got niggas built like rockets ready to take it on.
Ask for it right now. I didn't know that you thought I wasn't for it.
I wasn't allowed to have a ding dong. When I came home and I said, I want ding dongs in my lunch. You know what my mom bought me? Low fat ding dong.
Bro, we have a goddamn Goomba from New Super Mario Bros. Talking about she wants ding dongs. Bro, when we be cooking y'all in this body game shit about y'all going to the gas station and buying glizzies, that shit is no cap. Because you got a big back sitting right here, right? Looking like Mario just hopped on her shit. And now she mad, she hungry. She looked like she's about to eat the person she's debating. Saying that she wanted ding dongs in her lunch. What I will tell y'all though, right? As a former connoisseur of bigger chicks, it makes complete sense why she's throwing a fit about not having ding dongs in her lunch, right? She wanted practice. Hey, she ain't get the real meat ding dong, she got the low fat ding dong. But that's what she had to practice with and that's what she did. And now I bet she can make some shit disappear, if you know what I mean.
Dongs. Maybe there's more to life than trying to lose weight. That's what body positivity has given.
Guess what? Ain't gonna be no life to have no more to if you don't drop that weight real quick, right? Ain't no point in someone running up them racks just to expire. You got hella bands to your name, but you in a casket. Hey, you better fix the problem here and now. That weight better go down. Or you going down with it. 6 feet.
Given me.
You have to love yourself. You have to invite love into the space.
How?
By looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself, I'm beautiful.
First of all, you're not even a big back, so I'm not sure what you're doing here. Like, you're an imposter. Like, they probably just recruited her to just be like, okay, we got too many big backs in the circle. We need someone to even it out to make it look like we're not all sliding on the drive-thru, right? And in regards to what she said, talking about love yourself, bro, y'all be hiding from the goddamn mirror. Like Luther says, you brush your teeth in the dark because you don't want to see the big backery that is the result of you doing laps and eating goofy shit, right? So, yeah, that shit don't work, bro.
It's not gonna work, kid.
It does
That's
work.
an SNL skit.
Let's look at this panel, right? There's a... Oh, first off, damn, bro. The camera is so far out that almost nobody looks like they're big backed in. That's what I be telling y'all about these filters and shit that they got going on social media. Filters be carrying a lot of saving, right? Because if you weren't paying attention and you just took a glance at this, you'd probably think that everyone was like a decent shape. But then you pay attention, you realize that Shorty in the red dress literally has her knees down to her stomach.
All right, let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Jillian Michaels. I'm a fitness expert and a health advocate, and today I am surrounded by 20 body positivity activists. All right, my first surrounded claim is that obesity is not healthy and pretending it is puts lives at risk.
Facts. If you want to sit here in Delulu land and body positivity your way to the grave, by all means, be everyone's guest, because you're not fooling nobody. I don't even think you're fooling yourself, because half of the people that be preaching this body positivity shit be sucking off the Ozempic, right? And they lose the weight, and all of a sudden they act like they were loving themselves the whole time, when after they got on Ozempic, they saw themselves in the mirror for the first time in years.
If you want to be the first debater, get to the chair in 3, 2, 1.
Wow, would you look at that? The individual that didn't weigh as much as the other contestants got to the chair first. I wonder if there is some kind of science to back what just happened.
Hi, I'm Edie.
Nice to meet you.
I'm an eating disorder therapist. I'm going to do my best to not use the O word because I find it pretty offensive.
Yo, this whole coddle culture of, I don't want to say that word because it doesn't make people feel good about the dumb shit they be doing. You big-backed, obese, lard-backed, glizzy-gobbling goblins need to come to terms with reality that we are not going to continue to create new terms so that we can abandon the old terms that made you feel guilty for the gluttony that you were engaging with.
So I'm going to use fat-bodied as we talk.
So you're telling me that obese is worse than fat-bodied? I'd rather hear someone call me obese than say I was fat-bodied. I'm pretty sure that fat-bodied sounds a lot more offensive. We can let her continue.
Okay. Do you understand why people find it harmful and triggering?
Overweight and obese is literally just having too much body fat. It has nothing to do with the quality of the person.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Okay, so why'd you come in here talking about some I'm not going to use obese? You trying to virtue signal already? We're 1 minute into the video, right? 1 minute into the video. And you got someone that's not even fat virtue signaling their ass off. Welcome to 2026.
Are we going to debate the claim?
Yeah,
Or
I just
are
wanted
we
to.
Gonna,
Yeah, I wanted to clarify though the
are
language.
we going to pretend like I'm a 3 and you're my mommy?
Yeah, see? The therapist, not the therapist, the nutritionist, Jillian Michaels came in off the bat. She knows exactly what the fuck's going on. She says, get that, what's the word? That fucking, get that pussy shit the fuck up on out of here, nigga.
Telling me how to talk.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
So the claim that you're saying is that it is inherently unhealthy to live in a fat body.
It's inherently unhealthy to have excess body fat, yes.
Okay. Where are you getting that information from?
Oh, okay. There are
Yo, these type of people always want some fucking source for some obvious ass shit, bro. Like, this shit never ceases to amaze me. You can tell someone that, yo, it's about to rain, Source? The fuck you want a source for, nigga? I just told you this is about to rain. If you look up, you can see the clouds are gathering and it literally smells like rain. Source?
dozens of MRT trials that show having excess body fat. Dozens is causal, not correlated.
Oh, no, that's not true. There's no disease that just fat-bodied people get.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But obesity lends itself to all-cause mortality across the board. Have you heard of something called adiposopathy? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know it means literally sick fat. And you understand how it works? Mm-hmm. Okay, tell me how it works.
So it's...
She don't know shit, nigga. She just sitting there trying to sound smart, right? She came in with that higher than now energy talking about we're not gonna use the word obese. And now you sitting here struggling to explain some shit that you don't know because you got on your fucking woke glasses and you think that you're going to come in here and save the fats. I haven't seen this video, but I have a great feeling that you're going to take an L.
Additional layer of fat in the stomach area.
No.
Stupid. Tell that nigga 6'9" pull up. She not going to let you get the chance.
That's not what it is. It works as follows. When we eat too much food that has energy that we're not utilizing, the body needs to put that energy somewhere, right? So it puts it in fat cells. So it puts it in initially subcutaneous fat cells, a little bit of visceral fat, which is fat around the organs. And at first you have hyperplasia, which means we're recruiting new little fat cells, which isn't necessarily a bad thing up to a point. Now the issue is that once you can no longer recruit more fat cells, right? You get hypertrophy. So the fat cells start to expand. And this is exceptionally dangerous because what ends up happening is the blood vessels get outpaced. So the fat cells can't get oxygen and they start screaming, literally. And when they do, they release cytokines, inflammatory proteins, right?
I want to
Oh,
pause.
no, of course you do want to pause.
Okay.
Because it's irrefutable. You don't even know what I'm talking about. So,
Jillian, okay, first of all, I don't appreciate the way that you're speaking to me. You called me out for just trying to understand the languaging and saying I was talking to like a 3-year-old when I felt like I was talking to you very respectfully. You're talking to me very disrespectfully.
Okay.
Yo, these type of people always do this fucking bullshit, right? They all have a specific type of look to them. I wouldn't say this is like exactly Reddit Discord mod, but it's like getting very close, right? They come in off the jump on some bullshit, and then you call them out for it. Oh no, I'm being attacked! Maybe if you came in like a level-headed human being, right? And stopped trying to word police niggas, you wouldn't feel attacked because you felt stupid when someone that was actually smart called you out on your bullshit.
Right now.
here's the thing.
And I want to,
You're telling me you understand it, but you don't understand it. You fundamentally didn't describe it accurately.
but what I understand is that
What's lipotoxicity?
I don't want to talk about, I am not, okay, here, I'm going to say this straight
You don't want to talk about it because you don't know shit.
out. I am not a medical doctor, okay? So I'm not going to talk to you about medical diagnosis because that's outside my scope and I'm fully
That's the
willing,
claim.
hey, I'm fully willing to be wrong. What I am here to talk to you about is the fact that people in fat bodies are irreparably harmed going into the medical system every single day because of the term, the O word. So
Yo, you're telling me that niggas can slide through the drive-thru and eat gallons of bullshit, but as soon as they step into a medical office and someone says the O word, all of a sudden their blood pressure spikes, their cortisol spikes, and they start having inflammation? Bro, this type of eggshell ass behavior, like dance around the offense, is the exact reason why niggas in America look like the shorty behind in the background, right? The head looks like a fucking nuke. Let me chill out, bro.
That's what you want to litigate?
yeah.
Okay, that's not the claim, though.
The idea that fat-bodied people are inherently unhealthy is, I believe, incorrect.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not
There's a
wrong.
robust amount of data.
What's the red
I'm
flag
not
for?
wrong.
Okay, so
Because
let
you
me
can't
finish
look,
the
you
thought.
can't look at.
Then let me finish the
Let me
thought.
finish my thought first,
Okay,
please.
sure.
You can't look at a person's body and tell whether or not tell their health status.
So
Yes, the fuck you can. If I look at a nigga that is oversized, right, I can instantly calculate that his stamina levels are lower than normal, right? There is muscle mass that is disproportionate to the body fat, so he's more than likely weak, right? He's got a lot of inflammation going on, and frankly, if I snatch the sandwich out of his hand and run, he's never getting that shit back because he can't catch me. That's the analysis.
fat is an endocrine organ. When it overgrows, it does wreak havoc in the body. I didn't finish telling you what happens. So when the oxygen can't get to those fat cells, they'll die and they'll rupture. And then the immune system starts dumping macrophages in to try to clean it up.
But do you know what's
But they
even more
can't clean it
unhealthy
up.
is weight cycling. And
What is
as we
weight
talked about
cycling?
earlier, only except for your
That is not
your people who
the
have.
claim. If you want to talk about that claim, we can. The claim is
So then what are
that
you supposed
having-
to do though? So let's say this person is in a fat body and they are inherently unhealthy, right? We're telling they're unhealthy because they're in this
The
fat
vast
body.
majority
What are
of
they supposed to
people
do?
Stop fucking eating. What do you mean? What are they supposed to do? They weren't born in the fat body. She's talking about a person inside a fat body, like someone just placed you in there, right? You got spawn camped. As soon as you were born, you came out the tube and they're like, oh, well, sorry, you're going to be a fat nigga in this life. If you want to change it, hit the gym. Oh, well, plop. She's acting like that's how things go. Bro, no one is born fat, right? You got baby fat, and then it disappears if you have a correct diet growing up. But you got short over here acting like, oh, the obese are just victims that just can't help their situation, and what are they supposed to do? Stop going to the drive-thru, stop buying goofy shit from the store, start eating less, and start moving more.
Be significantly more prone to all-cause mortality. For me,
Intentional weight loss fails 95 to 98% of the time.
Do you know why intentional weight loss fails 90 to 95% of the time? Because niggas aren't intentional about it. Niggas will say, you know what, bro? This is my year. I'm going to lock in. After I finish eating everything that's in my cupboard, right? Because you're like, man, I have to give up all these foods. So I'm just going to have one last binge session. And after I finish binging, then I'm going to get on body game. And then they keep buying goofy shit, right? The goofy shit don't finish. And they see something at the store. They're like, you know what? I want to add this to my binge before I finish. So they buy that too. And before you know it, niggas ain't got on body game. Niggas ain't lost a pound. And it's still not your year.
So what
tell
is
me
the...
why, though? You would probably know this better than me.
Because weight is not an individualistic pursuit. You narrow it down to this idea that it's causal, like that they're just not trying hard enough. But
No,
that
I
is...
didn't say that. It's multifactorial, unquestionably. A lot of people lose weight. The problem, right, is that they put it back on. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
Okay, great. Why do you think?
Okay, we got to pause there.
God damn it! All right,
I'm sorry.
John,
Pause it.
I'm getting somewhere.
Yeah, but you
Right.
voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Oh, they put the red flag up because she's being insufferable. Okay, that's cool. So when the big backs are sick of your shit, I think it's time for you to hit the gym.
Hello.
Hi.
I have lived in a fat body for like as long as I can remember. And I've known very many fat people. And I don't think any
Yo, you know who she look like? What's the name of that nigga that keeps winning all the Smash Bro shit? That nigga MK Leo. We got MK Leo on the panel.
of us, the people that I know, I can only speak to the people that I know, I don't think any of us are pretending that we're okay with it. What I want to say here is I live with autoimmune disorders, I live with chronic illness, and I'm also neurodivergent.
And you think being a big back is gonna help any of those conditions to get better? Nigga, if the doctor told me that I had a bunch of underlying conditions or I had some shit going on, the first thing I'm gonna do is ask him, what the hell can I do to delete some of these things? Like what diseases can be controlled? Like, will losing weight give me healthier cholesterol? You know, shit like that.
And this is, the body positivity movement has made it so that I can tolerate this life.
What you mean tolerate like someone is doing it to you? Nigga, you're doing this shit to yourself. No one is picking you up by your collar and holding you up to the goddamn menu in the drive-thru and say, order this, order that. And then making you pay for it and then making you eat it. No one is doing that. So what are you tolerating? The only thing that you're tolerating is yourself and your failure. And that's why you're not on body game.
I can find ways to thrive, even still. But I'm not pretending that this doesn't bother me.
Okay.
And by bother, I mean that it doesn't hurt to carry my weight. I'm willing to concede with you that carrying...
Nigga, what you think this is? Jesus on the cross? Like, carrying my weight. Nigga, the Romans gave him a cross to carry. That's some weight. Nigga, you woke up for how many years and ate a Big Mac every week, and now you're talking about carry my weight as if you're doing something noble. The body positivity movement needs to be abolished because it gives birth to delusions like this.
Around extra weight is harder. It is. But it must be done.
I don't know.
It doesn't have to be done, nigga. You can make a change. You say it must be done because you don't want to make a change.
But I agree with you.
Okay. Tell me more, please.
Well, tell me why you think it must be done.
Because I've worked really hard to not have this.
Well, clearly it's not working. I don't know a single individual who actually puts their mind to losing weight that doesn't lose the weight, right? These are the type of people that go to the gym and they doom scroll while doing like 2 to 3 sets in 30 minutes. And then when they're done, they go reward themselves by sliding on the drive-thru and getting a 3-piece combo for $5, right? They neutralize the entire workout they just did, and then they cry on social media that the genetics, bro, I have an underlying condition that keeps me from losing weight. No, it's called eating goofy shit is the source of your problems. because you can literally fast and lose weight. So if you're fasting and you're losing weight, that means there must be a correlation of calories in, calories out, right? Because if no calories are going in and calories are only going out, that means that your calorie stores are depleting.
What does that mean? Like you beat yourself up in the gym or something?
No, I don't. That's not fun.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to understand what you mean.
What I mean is that I grew up with a number of undiagnosed conditions.
So everything is undiagnosed until you get fat, and all of a sudden it's the reason why you're fat. Gotcha.
And even I can think back to like middle school, and I couldn't keep up when the PE teacher would make us like run laps. And I'm like, this is physically aching me. And I didn't understand why. And I didn't understand why because I grew up with a single parent, undocumented single parent. We were bound to the medical system that we had access to.
What does that even mean?
I've done what I needed to do. A number.
Yeah, the nigga in the back, he held up that flag because he's already like, yo, I'm smelling bullshit, right? She came in here with some shit that got nothing to do with why she's a big back right now, talking about I had a single parent, undocumented. So first we got the genetics, then we got the underlying conditions, and now your undocumented parent contributes as to why you're not on Body Game. We're in for a ride.
Of times to try to lose weight.
What did you try? Tell me.
I've worked.
You ain't done shit, nigga, because if you did something, you would have been able to say it right here, right now. If you would have been like, I fasted, I did cardio, I went to the gym, you ain't try shit. And I bet you didn't try shit. Let's keep playing the video.
Out at the gym. I've tried to do Pilates. Even yoga. Okay. Even yoga hurts me.
Okay, so
you're a stiff ass bitch. That's why everything is hurting you. You're not moving. You're not exercising your range of motions. You only execute the motions that you need to go to the drive-thru, right? So that's like stretching your arm out to go get something to like give them your card, and then like turning your hand on the steering wheel and then using your feet to push the gas. So other than that and like the basic walking and shit, that's the only range of motion that you're exercising. So when you go to Pilates class and you're talking about it hurts, is because your legs haven't been in those positions in years.
the exercise causes you pain.
The
due to
exercise
autoimmune
causes
condition. Okay, no problem. I'm with you.
Dieting, for example.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think that food makes very much sense to me in my neurodivergent brain.
This is where
What? So this is literally the example of feelings over facts, right? I can walk into a store and I can pick up a bag of Doritos, right? On the bag of Doritos, it says 150 calories per serving, and there's like 15 or 10 servings in each bag, right? And I look at it and say, yeah, it says 150, but I feel like the bag should only be 500 calories. So I'm going to eat the whole bag, and it's only going to be 500 calories, and that's that. And then I'm going to be over here looking confused as hell when I blow up like a blimp 500 bags of Doritos later.
mechanistic eating actually helps people who are neurodivergent, and the research supports that because it doesn't have to make sense to you.
Okay.
In other words, it's like you eat on these schedules and you eat these foods and you eat this much, hence the concept, right, of
Hard
mechanistic.
pass. I don't like that.
I understand that you don't like it, but you'll have to decide which you don't like more. Carrying the weight or the mechanistic eating, because it actually could be helpful. There are other ways forward, but you told me
What is she making a face in the background for? You got voted off the panel. You don't have nothing else to say.
you tried them.
I tried a whole lot. There's a lot of other things to be concerned about. I'm also a social worker. I work with youth. There are a lot of...
Let's go back to you.
Yes.
Tell me.
I'm saying for me, right? There are many things that I'm more concerned about than my weight.
Okay, so what are you doing here? We're talking about body positivity. If you have so many more pressing issues to address, why are you sitting on the panel making up excuses for why your goddamn shirt turned into a tarp, right? You're sitting here making excuses, no accountability.
My body is not the most interesting thing about
brought
me.
up your weight.
Well, guess what? If you're looking for a husband, the selfies that you take for social media from only the neck up ain't gonna be doing you no justice, right? It ain't gonna be doing no work. I could say more, but we're gonna let the video continue.
And said, I don't see a way out of this.
Right.
I've tried everything.
I
telling
take
you
care
that,
of it in the ways that I can, and I've found works for me.
but you just told me it didn't work for you.
But it works to an extent.
You just told me it didn't work for you.
It works to an extent.
Then this is an irrelevant conversation if you're happy with it.
I stand on 10 toes down, that we are not pretending that
But
this
there's
is
healthy
okay.
at any size. There are absolutely elements and aspects of the movement that do put that messaging into the universe. I've had those debates.
You've said,
I've had numerous
I want
debates with
to-
people who are body positivity activists that try to tell me that they can be healthy at any size.
Yeah, you can't be healthy at any size, bro. That shit is packed up, right? If you want to be healthy at any size and you want to say that you're healthy at any size, we're going to put you against someone that's on body game and we're going to see who really get those reps in.
And it's just not the case.
and I disagree with that.
All
And
right,
I
we
can
gotta
use
pause
this
there.
Shame.
We
You've
have to
used shame as a
pause.
vehicle.
I'm sorry, we have to pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Bro, even big backs can't stand the big backs. Like, this is just like a not good circle at all, right? When it comes to not being on body game, right? It's so funny because you would think that all the big backs would band together and just like create the echo chamber. But even within that echo chamber, they can't stand each other, bro. Like, it's funny. I want to know, like, how does anyone on the left side of the screen think that they're ever going to get to the chair on the right first? Like, someone's got to concede.
What I'm curious about is if you care about people's health and you have people in front of you, and I'm sure you have people online who are telling you that the body positivity movement, or I prefer body liberation, body justice, body acceptance, body blah, all the...
What? I know you're not snapping your goddamn fingers, right? If I pull your tongue out your mouth right now, there's pickles under that shit.
all the good shit that we like
Okay.
actually increases their health, then I don't understand your debate. Like, what are you debating if the fat people are telling you it makes their life better?
I'm debating their physical health, and I'm debating the people who claim that you can be physically healthy at any size.
Okay, do you think you can be physically healthy and mentally unhealthy at the same time?
Of course, but that's not the claim.
Okay, sure.
You see how they never want to argue the argument, right? They always trying to find some other shit on the side to kind of bring it and like kind of deflect from the argument. No one here is arguing that you can be in great shape and mentally insane. The point is, if you're a big back, your health is not 100%, right? Not even 90%, probably not even 80%, right? And they want to come in here talking about some mental health. Mrs. Farquad.
I think the part where I get stuck, I am a mental health professional.
It looks like you took too many patients, right? You know what they say about staring into the abyss? Don't do that shit for too long because then it stares back at you.
I work with people from a body liberation standpoint. I work with people in all shapes of bodies. What I know to be true from my experience is that body positivity, body liberation helps people take care of themselves. It's very difficult to understand why you think somebody is going to take better care of a body they hate. Like,
Bro, nigga, no fat nigga wants to be fat, bro. Right? They lose weight and then they go on a I lost weight tour, so then they gain all the weight back, right? Then you got, like I said, Ozempic. Someone just kicked the bucket the other day from what's that shit called? Like Tirepacetide or some shit that start with a T, right? They got all these shits out here. Too many names to keep up with. Somebody took that shit, got dehydrated, and was deleted, right? So I don't think anyone that's big backed out is happy with their current physique.
like why body positivity would not inspire people to take better care of their bodies.
My argument. I never said you should hate your body. In fact,
No, you
should.
didn't.
Okay, so I don't think that. What I think is that there are people in the movement
Yeah.
who have co-opted healthy at any size, and it went from access to health care
Okay.
to quite literally meaning for them that you can be healthy at any size, and that's not true.
Okay. I mean, the studies show that if you're very, 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 very thin or your body is very, 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 very big, it is more difficult to be healthy. That is
Okay, but no one is saying go to the extremes. We're just saying go find a healthy point in the middle. You don't have to be super size me. You don't have to be anorexic, raw XD. You can just decide to be in the middle, be at a healthy weight, not be a big back. And your life, your quality of life will be somewhat pleasant.
Absolutely
But
true.
then you agree with me on this point.
I don't, because I don't think body positivity is the dangerous thing. I think hatred of fat bodies and people hating themselves and people living in self-loathing because they've been taught that their body is the wrong shape, that's the danger.
Your body is the wrong shape because you sculpted it like that. I don't get to sit here and be like, yeah, bro, you know what? I went through the drive-through and I sculpted myself like this. I didn't go to the gym, right? I didn't watch what I ate. I just did goofy shit and I woke up like this. And then give that example and that evidence to someone else, right? And they go take the advice, they turn into a big back. And all of a sudden, they're like, bro, you lied to me. Now I hate the body that I'm in. That's literally what's going on here, right? They're trying to make excuses for niggas to excuse their way out of why they are built the way they are. Like I said in countless videos on the channel, if you grew up as a kid and your parents fed you that goofy shit, you had a bad start, right? But at some point, it gets to a point where it's like, are you going to make the change because you're old enough to make decisions for yourself? Or are you going to continue the cycle of big backetry and continue to say, woe is me, I'm a victim, and I can't stop shoving glizzies down my throat?
Both can be true at once. So let's look at this, right? So the first thing we would want to do, obviously, is incentivize somebody. But hold on. That's the positive. That's the inspiration piece. Okay. Now, here's the issue. If there was a kid that I worked with on Biggest Loser, he's 18 years old.
Okay.
He shows up with his dad, Ken. They both lose like 100 pounds. They go home, and they're visiting their family. It's the holidays. Doors fly open. And there's mom. And mom starts crying. And she's not crying tears of joy. She feels like they're going to abandon her, like they broke the contract, like they've outgrown her. And she becomes...
How dare you lose more weight than me? Bro, there is a reason why they say when you get on Body Game, this shit really becomes a solo journey, right? I'm going to let her finish and I'm going to elaborate on that.
I'm sad and she withdraws. So what does the 18-year-old do? He starts eating with mom again. What does the food provide him? A connection with his mom. I had something similar with my dad. This is one of the ways that we connected. Food provides a lot of people with a lot of different things.
Yes, you cannot eat and not have your parasympathetic nervous system turn on at the same time. There's no such thing as not emotional eating. It's fine. It's good. It's great. Food is great.
But what I'm trying to show you is that if, in some cases, the pain associated with continuing that defense mechanism is greater than the pain associated with change, it helps people change in some cases.
Not in the long term. And I
Can we
struggle.
pause there? Sorry, you've been voted out by the
Cook their
majority.
ass.
Please return to your seat.
Yeah, so what I was saying, right? When it comes to this Body Game shit, the reason why it is a solo journey is because, like she just said at the example at the end, dad and the son went to lose weight. They came back home. The mom started crying because they lost weight, right? When y'all be in scarcity and linking with chicks and you finally get into a relationship, right? Y'all in the crib bonding over Netflix and DoorDash, right? You become a big back, right? And then when she dumps you for doing that on Body Game, right? Because she have completed her objective. She came to a nigga that's on Body Game. She got you off of Body Game. She leveled up her fat sets while she was at it. Now she leaves the relationship looking even more right than ever, right? The fat went where it needed to go. And you were in there bonding over Netflix and DoorDash, and now you're not on Body Game. It really is that simple, right? Dad and the son went to lose weight. Mom saw them lose weight. She started crying. 18-year-old ain't have no spine, or that shit must have got bent out of like alignment because of the extra weight. So he folded and he started big backing with his mom again. Gained all the weight back. Look, when it comes to this Body Game shit, it is a solo journey. You're going to have to leave niggas behind because a lot of shit that you have in common with them will no longer be common when you begin the journey. So with that being said, we're going to end the video right here, right? We only got into 14 minutes of this 1 hour shit. Y'all hit the comment section and let me know if you want to continue, if you want me to continue reacting to this video. But yeah, that's it for today. Shout out that boy Mulatto Ronin for submitting this. And with that being said, that is it for the video, gang. Hope y'all stay locked in so you're not out here fat bonding. And I'm up out of here. Peace.